Okay, well, first thing, I'm going to be preparing a pistachio encrusted redfish. It's going to be over asparagus with a Louisiana strawberry beurre blanc. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the pistachio breading. It's roasted pistachios that I've already roasted. You can put them in a saute pan, any kind of pan on top of the stove without any oil or anything in them. And when you start smelling the smell of roasted nuts, they're ready. And that's it, really simple. So I'm just going to put everything in the food processor to puree them. Okay, so what I've done is I've put the roasted pistachios in here, and this is panko breadcrumbs. It's a really dry type of breadcrumbs that a lot of people use. It's a little drier than the regular breadcrumbs, and it's a little more coarse. And I'm just going to be seasoning them with salt and pepper. You can always add any dry herbs or any seasoning blend that you prefer to this also. Here we go. And all I'm doing is crushing up the nuts so that you'll have a fine consistency whenever you bread the fish. Okay, and while all I'm going to be doing is breading the fish. It's just a simple egg wash, which is I have 2 eggs in here. I'm just going to be adding milk to it, whole milk, and a little bit of seasoning. Like I said, you can use your favorite type of seasoning blend to add to it. I'm going to be putting the red fish in a flour, and then into this egg wash, and then into my pistachio breadcrumb mixture. And while I do that, Drew's going to start his dish.
Okay. I'm going to start with the Louisiana crab salad. We got this crab right across from Slidell, so it traveled a long way to get here. We're going to make a coconut broth with, let's see, we got some star anise, cinnamon, chili flakes, and cilantro leaves. So we add all this to our coconut milk with a little bit of sugar. And now, in theory, on the stove, you let it cook for about 30 minutes, real low, not boiling, just to get the flavors incorporated into it. And then we take our picked crab meat. No matter how good you are, you're always going to find one more shell. And simple, and just pour it over it. Weird noises. And then we're going to add a little chopped green onion, really just for color. And we're going to be serving this in a bib leaf. So this is a nice, like, summertime quick salad for by the pool or on the boat if you go boating. And then this salad's done. Then the next dish I'll be doing is a shrimp salad, a Gulf shrimp salad. It's going to be done with a citrus mignonette. What we did was we took some satsuma juice that we saved from the last season. We poached the shrimp in that. Then we're going to add the satsuma juice, white balsamic vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, chopped shallot, chopped chives, and we're going to marinate the fennel in that too.
See, it's a simple breading, flour, batter, breadcrumbs. I would have liked the pistachios to be a little more chopped up, but they'll work. This is a redfish from the Gulf. You can use any kind of fish, speckled trout, flounder, any kind of fish like that you would like. Even tilapia, if y'all like tilapia, you can even use that also. I'm going to be serving this over roasted asparagus. I'm going to be sauteing it in the pan, but you know, if you're barbecuing or if you have a grill, you can do it that way also.
So now, like all the shallots chopped up, it's the poaching liquid from the shrimp, vinegar, and then just a little bit of olive oil. Like per cup of vinegar, you're going 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You can do this up to like an hour or two in advance. You don't want to go any further because all the orange juice and the vinegar, all the acid will really just cook your shrimp out and just make them real tough and chewy.
Well, I'm about to put this in the oven and start my beurre blanc. Okay, I'm going to be finishing this in the oven at about 425. Probably take 10 to 15 minutes at the most. A beurre blanc is made with butter and white wine. I'm going to make a strawberry butter so that we can make it a strawberry beurre blanc. I have a room temperature butter and cut up strawberries. You would like them to be room temperature so that when you add it into the food processor and start making the butter, it doesn't get too cold and the butter isn't very smooth. So we'll see how that works. If it does seize up and get too cold, you can just heat a little bit of butter on the stove and then feed it in slowly and it'll break it up and bring it back to room temperature. All right.
The right city for that.
That's right. All right. All right, we'll see how this goes. While that's going, I'm going to start on my beurre blanc. Just adding a little olive oil to the pan. For the beurre blanc, I'm going to add in a little bit of shallots. You don't want to really caramelize them. You just want to start the cooking process on them. We're getting a little bit more creamy texture, appearance. That looks good. Okay, back to the beurre blanc. Shallots are looking good. I'm going to pour in white wine, about a cup. Bring that up to a good simmer. After you do this, you just want to chill it because when you add cold, you have to add cold butter to a warm sauce. If you add warm butter to a warm sauce, it'll break, meaning the oil and the liquid will not combine, will not emulsify. It'll just stay separate. So you want to remember that. But what I've done is I've made some earlier, and I have a piece of strawberry butter that I've just rolled in saran wrap, and you just put it in your cooler, 20, 30 minutes, and it should come back to a solid. Now to my beurre blanc, I'm going to add a little bit of champagne vinegar, just for some tartness to go along with the strawberries. To bring out the flavor of the strawberries. Bring that back up to a boil. Once it comes back up to a boil again, I'll add in a little bit of cream. I want to reduce the cream down until it thickens a little bit more. So we have a nice silky sauce, not a stringy, loose sauce, but a silky sauce, so that when I incorporate the butter, it will become thick and smooth and velvety. So I'm going to start the asparagus. What I've already done is blanch the asparagus. What you do is you take boiling water, put your asparagus in the boiling water for 2 to 3 minutes until they're pliable. You can move them around. And then you shock them in the ice water. And then when you're ready to saute them or grill them, you just have to reheat them. You don't have to cook them until they're done. They're already done, so it's a quick process. Right. I'm going to add in a little bit of the cream. Get the party started. A little bit of white pepper. Salt. And lemon juice. If you just cut the outside corners of the lemon, you won't get a lot of the seeds. You can, if you just need to squeeze it over, seed free, you don't have to worry about it. Worry free. What I've done is just cut this into little pieces, because whenever you're making a beurre blanc or infusing a sauce with the butter, you want to do it little pieces at a time so that it doesn't break, meaning the oil doesn't separate from the liquid. I lost one. Add in the strawberries. All right, everyone, these are the red fish. Nice and golden brown, very crispy. I'm gonna do a plate up for you guys. Pistachio crusted red fish, strawberry beurre blanc, and pan-seared asparagus. Thank y'all very much.